Hi, good day. This is Marvin Goliza from BSHM1A, your reporter for today. But before we will proceed with the reporting proper, let me introduce you our group members. All right. Hi, good day once again. So our topic for today is all about learning how to be a better student. So, as per Carl Rogers, the only person who is educated is the one who has learned to learn and change. So, learning defined it involves changes. Learning also involves acquiring changes in the present knowledge, skills, habits, behavior, or tendencies through experience, practice, and formal education. It also acquisition of knowledge, skills, and attitudes through experiences. Learning new knowledge and skills every day keeps the structures of brain in constant change, which increases brain's ability to learn. So let's talk about a self-regulate learning. So it's a process which students systematically direct their thoughts, feelings, and action towards the attainment of their academic goals. There are three essential components of learning. First is planning. So in planning, it increases efficiency, control, and motivation. The second essential component is the problem solving. It allows students to learn to think and look for solutions when faced with adversities. Third component, we have self-evaluation. So it increases self-awareness that has to be a better understanding of one's own emotions and strength and weaknesses. Well, for now, let's talk about metacognition. So what is metacognition? It is the awareness of one's thinking and the strategies one uses to learn. It is also an awareness of one's own thought, processes, and an understanding of the patterns behind them. So, for a metacognition, it really includes planning how to approach a learning task, using an appropriate skills and strategies to solve a problem. Next, we have neuroplasticity. So it is the ability of the brain to change throughout one's life. Or let's just say the ability of the brain to modify its connections or rewire itself. There are two ways that brain change. First, an increase in the number of synapses between neurons. Second, change in the function and structure of the nervous. So since we are actually mentioning neurons, so what is neurons? It is actually the basic building blocks of the nervous system that transmit impulses or messages. Cerebral cortex, it is packed with neurons and is responsible for the most sophisticated information processing in the brain. It is divided into four lobes: the frontal, parietal, temporal, and os- occipit or occipital. So let's talk about what is frontal lobe. So it is actually the part of the brain that controls important cognitive skills in humans, such as like emotional expression, problem solving, memory, language, judgment, and sexual behaviors. It also control panel of our personality and our ability to communicate. So ari dito siya magbase sa frontal lobe sa mga inaani like emotional nimo, like emotions, your expression, kung saan mo pag-solve sa problem, tanang memory, na-answer sa frontal lobe. Parietal lobe, so it's a process sensory information it receives from the outside world, mainly relating to touch, taste, and temperature. So tara mong na-feel Ano siya maagi ma-process siya through the parietal lobe. Temporal lobe, it's responsible for cheating and preserving both conscious and long-term memory. It plays a role in visual and sound processing and is crucial for both object recognition and language recognition. Occipital lobe participates in vision processing. It processes and interprets everything we see. The occipital lobe is also responsible for analyzing contents such as shapes, colors, movement, and also for interpreting and drawing conclusion about the images we see. So, sabotable na kay siya no nga ang occipital lobe. Tanan mo nakita, ando siya ma-process through sa imuhang occipital lobe. Characteristic of learning. So, learning is purposeful. Learning is also a result of experience. Learning is multifaceted. Learning is an active process. So what happens during learning? Brain and behavior changes. Of course, na-adyo na siya. It's either sa imong brain or sa imong behavioral, ma-change na siya through learning. And how to become a better student. So being a good student enables you to attract equally good college students, and since you happen to share a lot in common, you are likely to advance your friendships even way after college, and this is good when it comes to sharing available opportunities and ideas as well. Good study habits. Of course, tarang estudyante dapat na good study habits because study habits refers to the attitudes and behaviors of students when preparing for tests or any learning assessment. So of course, you need to be to be a better student needs to be you need to be organized, need to prepare your review materials, ask help, test yourself if nakatun ba jud ka. And a lot of time to take a break and eliminate stress. Of course, lang pod pwede nga sige lang kang study na lang sad. Need sa kag break para di pod stressful ang imong pag-eskwela. Create or join a study group. Kay mas maka-learn maka kung daghan mo like naa ka sa daghan nga like kauban nimo sa grupo, mas nindot man mag-study kung daghan pod, ma-motivate pod ka. And then teach what you have learned. So prepare going to school, always try to research or read the next lesson, do your assignment at home or before going to school, eat and have proper rest before going to school. So dapat na ani tanan, di ba? Mas tinit good kung advance ka sa imong next lesson kay na kay like idea gamay kung unsa pa yung sunod nga imo nga sunod niyo nga i-discuss. And of course, you need to do your assignments at home or before going to school. Kaya assignment man siya, di man siya kanang school or school work, di ba? Assignment gani. So sa balay jud na siya dapat sa balay jud siya dapat buhaton. And you need to eat and have proper rest before going to school. Natural kay kung kuwang or like wala kay kaon, gigutom ka, di jud ka maka concentrate sa imong pag-eskwela. In preparation for school, not only your assignment or making sure that you have all the tools you need for class ready and prepared, but also make sure to have your body prepared by making sure to have enough rest and eating as to ensure that you as a student have enough energy to go through the entire day. Be critical and make learning personal. Now what you are learning, why you are learning, and how they are important to you and your plans in life. So dapat magkuyugay gini sila, no? And by being critical to the information that you can acquire, you will be able to appreciate more their value and be able to apply and relate them to your situation and let this learning help you to be able to achieve your goals. So after na kay mga learnings, na siya dapat application. Labi na nga na kay gina set nga goals para sa imong life. Meaningful learning. So in a tradition or teacher-centered approach, the students are passive and are expected to be receptive as the teacher gives instructions. The teacher is the sole speaker throughout the class period. So syempre siya ra jud may istorya not unless pangutan ta mga estudyante if na or na siya pangutana or ikaw na kay pangutana. Ask help. So the school may focus on the interaction between the teachers and students, but the institutions is comprised of more than what or who are inside the classroom and the people in the school from the guidance office, librarian, registrar, etc. And even people outside the school, such as your parents and friends or other professionals, can help you as a student to break limitations, ease the difficulties, that is brought about the requirements on the curriculum. And of course, to do other things, the school provides a co-curricular or extracurricular activities, join clubs or school groups to widen your experience as a student. So dapat din ito limitahan po ng atong self, di ba? Kaya na may mga extracurriculars nga gi-provide ang schools. So kung asa ka dapit mas maayo dapat mo muhimo sa ato nga mga extracurriculars. And not only can you have a better a better relationships which will translate to more help in the future, but an active body and mind that may not necessarily related to schoolwork can also help a student to balance their lifestyle and maintain a healthy body and mind. So that's the end of our report for today. Hopefully you learned something from that report, and thank you so much for watching. God bless us all. Thank you.